The story begins at a New Year's party in 2008, where we see a man named Daniel who has come with his girlfriend. Everyone at the party is happily dancing and celebrating. But suddenly, Daniel accidentally kisses another girl named Alice, mistaking her for his girlfriend. The truth comes out in the very next moment, and his real girlfriend slaps him hard. Actually, both girls were wearing similar outfits, which caused Daniel's confusion. His girlfriend storms off in anger, but Daniel doesn't seem too affected. It almost feels like he wanted to get out of that relationship anyway. He apologizes to Alice for the kiss and offers her a drink. As luck would have it, Alice is single too, and she finds Daniel's cute and awkward gesture charming. They start joking around, become friends, and before they realize it, that friendship turns into love. Sometime later, they get married. The story then jumps to October 26th, 2010. It's Daniel's birthday. When he wakes up in the morning, Alice is standing in front of him. She performs a special little dance for him and sweetly wishes him a happy birthday. Daniel smiles, wearing that same old happy expression. But then he glances at the clock and quickly starts getting ready for work. While baking a cake for him, Alice says, "You don't take a single day off all year. At least you could have taken a day off for your birthday." Daniel replies that if he doesn't go today, an important project will be given to someone else. However, he promises to come home early for the evening party. At the office, his boss hands him a new project, increasing his workload even more. Meanwhile, at home, Alice stays busy with her paintings, as she is a painting artist. By evening, she gets ready for the birthday party, and guests slowly begin to arrive. She calls Daniel, but before heading home, he stops by to deliver something important to his dad. After quickly handing it over, he leaves. Outside, a carpenter calls to say the custom-ordered door must be picked up today because he's going on vacation. While Alice keeps trying to reach him, Daniel gets delayed again, and by the time he arrives home with the door, it's quite late. Despite the delay, Alice doesn't get upset. She smiles, wishes him happy birthday, and gives him a gift. It's a funny painting that beautifully captures their journey, from their first meeting to their wedding. Daniel is deeply touched. His childhood friend Valerio has also attended the party and has already emptied several bottles while waiting for him. Finally, the cake is cut, and everyone wishes Daniel a happy 40th birthday. After the party ends, it's time for Alice's biggest gift for Daniel. She gets ready beautifully, and the two share an intimate and loving moment. The next morning, when Daniel wakes up, he is shocked to see the entire house perfectly clean. He wonders how Alice managed to do all that so quickly. Just then, she comes out of the bathroom. He assumes she might be feeling unwell because of the party, but she smiles and tells him she's perfectly fine and that she's going to be a mother. Daniel thinks she's joking because she often pulls funny pranks. But after checking properly, he is stunned to realize she is truly pregnant. Confused, he says, "But last night was my birthday party. You gave me that painting. All our friends were there. How is this possible so quickly?" Alice laughs and says, "Are you joking? The party you're talking about happened last year in 2010. Daniel checks the calendar. It's October 26th, 2011. According to him, it should still be October 27th, 2010. His head starts spinning. Alice suggests he take a day off and rest. He goes to sleep. When he wakes up again, Alice seems completely normal. He says he had a dream that she was pregnant. Alice laughs and says, "Our baby girl is still so small. I can't even think about a second child yet." Suddenly, a baby cries. Alice brings a baby girl and hands her to Daniel. He is completely confused. Holding the baby, he asks, "What's her name?" Alice looks at him like he's said something foolish. "Don't joke. You named her Galadriel." For Daniel, this is another shock. After his 40th birthday, he slept and woke up to find Alice pregnant. Then he slept again and woke up to find they already had a daughter. 2 entire years of his life have disappeared while he was asleep, and he remembers nothing. He visits a doctor, fearing he might have Alzheimer's like his father. The doctor suggests it could be stress from overworking and advises him to spend more time with his family. Back home, Alice is busy painting. Daniel now takes responsibility for feeding and putting the baby to sleep. It takes a long time just to calm her down. His eyes grow heavy, but this time he decides not to sleep because every time he sleeps, a year passes. He splashes water on his face in front of the mirror. But when he looks up, he is shocked to see a mustache. Without even sleeping, another year has passed. It's now October 26, 2013, his birthday again. His daughter Galadriel is walking on her own. Alice bakes another cake and wishes him, but there's less excitement on her face. Their relationship seems strained. Daniel wants to tell her everything about what's happening to him, but hesitates. He meets Valerio and tells him the whole story. Valerio says it's not a disease, but the result of too much work pressure. He advises Daniel to take a break from his job. Daniel decides to resign. But when he enters the director's cabin at work, he is shocked to find out he himself has become the company's director. His colleague Francisca, now his secretary, informs him that he was promoted 8 months ago because he was the hardest working employee. After work, he notices his old car has been replaced by a luxury one. As he drives, he feels proud. Suddenly, Alice calls angrily, asking why he's late for their therapy session. He rushes there and realizes it's not medical therapy, it's marriage counseling. Alice says their relationship is falling apart because he is always busy with work, even when he's home. They argue, and in anger, Daniel says he works so hard so she can comfortably sit at home and paint. That makes things worse. After therapy, Alice walks home alone. Daniel returns home, drinks, and realizes another year has passed. His beard has grown, and empty bottles are scattered everywhere. He calls Alice, and she says she's staying at her second house. He himself had suggested taking a break from their relationship. Shaken, Daniel asks her to come home that evening. She agrees. Suddenly, he gets a call that his dad is threatening to jump from the roof of the old age home. Daniel rushes there but, instead of comforting him, coldly says, "If you want to jump, jump. I already have enough problems." He has long held resentment because his father left his mother for another woman. After handing his father to the doctors, Daniel returns home and finds Francisca in the kitchen baking him a cake. She reveals they've been in a relationship for 6 months. He is stunned. The doorbell rings, it's Alice. Daniel hides Francisca, apologizes to Alice, and promises never to leave her again. But Francisca intentionally makes noise, and Alice realizes everything. She leaves angrily. Another year passes. On his next birthday, Francisca is still there. He finally ends it and dismisses all party guests. He stops Valerio and opens up to him. Valerio says every year he buys roller coaster tickets for Daniel, but Daniel never has time. Daniel goes to Alice, but she says he repeats the same promises every birthday and then goes back to work. When he knocks again, a year has passed, and Alice is now dating a fitness trainer named Omar. Their daughter, now 5, tells Daniel she just wants him to spend time with her. Even if he's silent, just be present. Later, Daniel learns Valerio has cancer and little chance of survival. The friend who always asked for time now has none left. Daniel suggests going on the roller coaster, but Valerio is too weak. Heartbroken, Daniel reflects on his life. Alice's paintings, the memories, her love. He visits his father again, but another year passes, and his father is gone. He panics and calls Valerio. This time, Valerio is healthy and waiting outside. They finally go on the roller coaster together and enjoy it fully. Daniel calls Alice and asks her to come home for the whole day. He confidently announces at work that he's taking 3 months off. He brings home a puppy for his daughter, even though he never liked puppies before. This time, he doesn't beg. He simply says, "For this birthday, I just want to spend time with my family. No party, no work, just us." And truly, he spent the entire day living in the moment. No worries about tomorrow, no regrets about yesterday. That night, he sleeps peacefully. The next morning, he wakes up. It's October 27th, the day after his birthday. No year has passed. His daughter happily says, "Yesterday was the best day of my life." Daniel realizes the strange curse is finally over because he chose his family over work. When he tells Alice he has taken 3 months off, she finally believes him. In the end, they all share cake together, smiling, and the story ends on a beautiful and heartfelt note.